Hey there, welcome to day one of 40 days of intimacy with God. I'm really encouraged and pleased that you've decided to come on this journey. I pray you stick with it. I promise you it'll be really rewarding. If this is your first day, let me remind you it'd be good for you to spend some time in worship. If you've not done that yet, just pause this video, sing a couple of songs to Jesus, just adore him, have some worship. And then when you come back, let's have a look at Ephesians chapter 1. Now I want you to read it to yourself. But where I think would be good for you to go is Ephesians chapter 1, start at the beginning and probably go through to about verse 14. And what I want you to do is just look in these few verses to just see the love of the Father. You'll see in verse 2 that this is actually about God the Father. There's a lot of mention of Jesus, but it's actually talking about God the Father. Look for where the word love's mentioned. Underline it maybe and see what God has done. Now, it depends on what version you're reading. You might see some pretty long, complicated theological words, redemption, predestination, things such as that. I wouldn't let this become some technical Bible study. Just read it and see the heart of the Father. Just see the love that's poured out into this. And see this word inheritance that's put in there. Inheritance comes from being part of a family, because you are part of God's family. And see what glorious inheritance is in here. So many times we evaluate God's love by the stuff that we have and the things that he's done in the earthly realm. But this passage talks so much about what's happened in the spiritual realm. So I encourage you, have a read of Ephesians chapter 1, verses 2 to 14. And read that and see the inheritance that's set aside for you. Read it a few times, let it sink in. And then pray. Pray, speak to God, tell him how pleased you are to be part of his family. Tell him what's on your mind. And write down anything that comes to you. I pray this passage blesses you. It blesses me every time I read it. Maybe put a comment on Facebook or something that you've seen, so I'll encourage you. Well, you've got 5 minutes. I've already taken up 2 of them. I'll let you get on with it. Have a great time with God today.